Hi everyone, thanks for stopping by. Today for some Christmas gift inspiration, I'm going to show you how I made this beautiful framed scrapbook page. Okay, here I am in Publisher, which most of you have on your computer, and I'm coming up here to Pictures, and I'm going to click on that, and because of the recording program that I'm using, it is not going to show the drop down or my files, but you will see it once it pops up in here, and this is a beautiful pre-made scrapbook page that I got from ManuDesignStudio on Etsy, and there'll be a link below to that. And I want to change it to 8 inches square, so I'm going to come up here and click in 8 and hit enter. And then I'm going to move this up kind of out of the way, and I'm going to come down here and click where it's blank so that I get rid of the frame that was around that picture. And I'm going to come up here and I'm going to click picture again. And I'm going to get the picture that I'm going to be putting in this. And I already know from playing around with this that the size I need for that is 2.65. And I'm going to hit enter. And that shrinks the picture down. And now I'm going to line it up with this frame and get it where I want it. And so I'm going to put it where I think I want it. And I'm going to come up here and click send backwards. And it goes back in there, and it's, yeah, I guess it's where I want it, but I'm going to show you what you can do in case it's not. Just bring forward and, play around with it again and say, oh, it wasn't exactly where I wanted it. Let's try this, and then send backwards again, and there you go. Now, what if you want to write on here? Because that's what I'm going to be doing. All right, so again, we're going to click down here where it's blank, and we're going to come up here where it says draw a text box. We're going to click on that, and I'm going to draw a text box right here, and I'm going to pick the font that I want. And again, this thing does not show you any of these drop downs, and I'm really sorry. That's just how this recording program works. But I am picking the font and the size, and I'm just going to start typing in. So we have Christmas 2019, which it didn't fit. So I'm going to come up here and I'm going to change the font size on this just a little bit just to make it fit in there. And we delete that. And you know what? I'm sitting here playing around with it. This is what you're going to have to do, guys. You're going to have to play around and say, oh, that was the wrong size. But there we go. Now I've got the right size and it's in there. And so that's how you create a text box and write on your pictures. And so now if you have everything the way you want it, you just come over, click on File, click on Print, and you're going to print it out. You just need to make sure that your printer settings or your printer properties are set up for color, for photo quality, and if you have borderless printing with your printer, I would choose that option as well. I got this wood plaque from Michaels, and it's actually called a square mosaic wood plaque, and I'll put a link below in the description box. And I gave it 2 coats of white paint just around the edges because I didn't need to paint the center since that was going to be covered up. And once that was dry, I also gave it 2 coats of sparkle Mod Podge because I wanted it to sparkle like a magical winter day. And if you're anything like me, you can't have too much sparkle. And here's the scrapbook page that I printed out, and next I cut it down and I rounded the corners so it would fit beautifully in this plaque. And I adhered it in there by using my Beacon 3-in-1 around the edges and then spraying it with the spray adhesive to give it a full coverage and not be too wet. And to decorate it, I used my Beacon 3-in-1 to attach these white poinsettias and this mini Christmas bundle from Michaels. If they're still available, I will also leave links to these below. I think this came together so beautifully and looks so elegant. Next, I cut a piece of sparkly sheer ribbon to use as a hanger and attached it to the back with Beacon Fabri-Tac. And then for a little added security, I added a staple to each end. And here's the finished project, which is going to make an absolutely beautiful gift, and I hope that it's given you some ideas for some gifts of your own. And here's the Winter Digital Scrapbook quick page that I used for this project, and I'll have a link below to that in the description box. Thank you all for stopping by, and happy crafting! If you like this video, I hope you give it a thumbs up, and if you're not already subscribed, I hope you consider that too. And if you do, be sure to click the little bell next to the subscribe button so that you don't miss out on any upcoming videos or giveaways. And I hope you stop by Crafters Castle on Facebook and also Crafters Castle Challenge blog to enter your creations.